Hey everyone, welcome to week 4 of Tuesday Tips. This is going to be a week on even numbered cubes. It's about color scheme. So if you're a more advanced cuber, I really hope that you've already know your color scheme very well, but if you're a beginner, it's a very high chance that you're kind of unfamiliar with your color scheme. By unfamiliar, I mean that you might know like yellow on top, orange in front, green on left, but you really need to be comfortable with it, so no matter you can just look at the cube and you can look at two solved centers and you know where the third center goes. Obviously this is only applicable on 4x4 and 6x6 because on 7x7 and 5x5 you have a centerpiece to tell you which color goes where. So a good way to test yourself is kind of pick up your main cube. Like if you see like green and yellow, you should know that orange is on the right, red is on the left. You should know this for every combination of two colors that you see. You can see two colors and you know what's on the right and on the left. This is pretty helpful in 4x4. If you're using Yao, obviously you do red, or you do your two primary colors on the opposite sides, and then you only really need to know the four middle colors relative to each other when your primary colors are on the opposite, so it's much easier. However, on 6x6, when you can solve any center first doing free slice, it's very important that you kind of are very comfortable with your color scheme. I'd highly recommend taking some time to start kind of getting familiar with it, and then during solves, make sure that when you're solving the third and fourth centers, which determine color scheme, you kind of like pay attention to make sure you have it correct. It's very common to end up with a color scheme like this, where if you're doing standard, you have yellow on top, blue on front, and then instead of orange here you have red. This is pretty common to get. As long as you fix it before you start doing your cross, it's not going to take too much time. However, it's really unfortunate to be doing your cross and do an F2L pair and then have it be screwed up because you have the wrong color scheme. You might notice sometimes that me and Felix will do R3 wide and then U2, D2, and then this to swap. This will swap your color scheme. Assuming you have all the opposites correct, this will fix your color scheme by switching the top center with the bottom center. You might see us do this during solves. This is usually because during the solve, the center, like if I solve blue first, and then say I'm solving blue center, and I get to the red center, and it's already in a position like this. If I see blue here, and I know orange goes here, however, it's so easy to solve red here first that I might just finish red, and then because it's easy enough, that at the end of centers, after I finish everything, I can simply at the end of centers I can do the center swap. As long as you know that the center swap is coming, it only takes about a second. So sometimes it's worth it to simply just do the easy center in front of you, as long as you can easily fix the centers without any hiccups. The real problem comes when you don't know that the centers are wrong, and then you have to spend time backtracking what you've been doing, then fixing the centers, and then kind of resuming your solve. If you do it right at the end of centers, it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, learn your centers.